snagged in, and Albert Finney, who's a really good actor, a great British actor, he's been in Annie and he's been in Ocean's 12 and all, and Aaron Brockovich, of course. He's here as like a caretaker of the old Bond home.
Yeah.
Because it reveals more about James Bond before he was with MI6.
Well, this is spoiler points already. Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
So there. So he ends up having a role in this film too, and when they finally reveal what Skyfall is, you're like, oh, there's that.
Yeah, it's like it's great because they're delving into the character of James Bond, his history.
Yeah,
it's like a lot of good revelations here.
Because we've been watching Bond films. Well, we weren't even born yet when the first Bond films were shown.
Exactly,
and we know these tropes like. Shaken Not Stirred, and Aston Martin, and Moneypenny here, and M there, and Q here.
Yeah.
But do we really know the Bond character?
Yeah.
So this delves into his backstory.
And I guess that was one of my disappointments in Casino Royale, because you're expecting. I always thought they were going to go all out Batman Begins, where they get the origin of the character.
Yeah.
But no, in Casino Royale, it's really about once he gets his license to kill. And that's it. You don't see him trading. You don't see it there.
Yeah.
But here, you're getting into the history, what makes the character tick, and finding out he's an orphan.
Yeah. In meeting the new Q and Ben Whishaw.
Right.
I love the new Q because Desmond Llewellyn was basically in the.
Yeah.
He's the one actor who's been in the most number of Bond films until he passed away.
Yeah. Then John Cleese took over.
John Cleese took over for one film, the final Brosnan film. Yeah. Because he was the Q in training in the previous movie, he was R.
Right.
So here it's Ben Whishaw, and he's a completely different kind of Q, but he's still adversarial because that was part of the Bond Q dynamic, which is, I don't really like you because you ruined my toys. That was the way that Desmond Llewellyn was told to portray him, and Ben Whishaw keeps that up. But there's still that that kind of respect, grudging respect.
I'd say.
Yeah,
and at least they don't go all into like all out craziness when it comes to the inventions. Like I remember Die Another Day when you have the invisible car.
Yeah, the Aston Martin Vanquish. Oh, would you call it the Vanish? Yeah.
Right. And then it doesn't go into borderline silliness like that. Here, it's very it's still high tech.
Yeah.
But within some realm of reality, I'd say.
Yeah.
So, it's great to see Q here. And, like I mentioned, the Batman influence here, the Dark Knight influence, but at the same time, they're bringing it even further. They're like, put it this way, it's more like they're bringing a retro flavor.
Yeah.
Because now,
definitely.
Now you've got, there's a passing the torch from one end to another.
Yeah.
And then you've got the new Moneypenny.
Yeah, it was basically supposed to be the classic Moneypenny, like Lois Maxwell was. Right. Because she too had a flirtatious thing with Connery and Moore. Lois Maxwell would flirt, but nothing would ever happen. And here, the seeds are planted for that kind of relationship.
Same thing happens. And it makes for, in the end, especially in the climax when they're in Scotland, it's like wow, you can already see they got the Dark Knight influence, but it's where Mendes makes it its own.
Yeah.
Like the whole standoff.
Yeah.
Was well done.
Javier Bardem takes his role to he just did it. He's a classic Bond monster.
Yeah.
He's like over the top. There's something
wacky.
Wrong with his face.
Exactly.
So he was great. I mean, like Mads Mikkelsen in Casino Royale. He was that kind of
in that level. Although a little even crazier.
Even nuttier.
Because
he really went after M.
And the schemes here were like Joker-like schemes.
Yeah.
Right.
Really elaborate.
Yeah, really elaborate.
It's like so I know you inside out, MI6. So this is what you would do.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, exactly. Even Daniel Craig's story arc here of how like the whole thing that they might be seemingly antiquated already.
They kept saying that the old warship that has to be retired already.
Right. And then
they kept playing that off.
Yeah, and then the fact that he's got this major injury that he has to deal with. It did work for me. Although I was kind of put off by it because back in the original Casino Royale, it's like James Bond year one basically, and then here it's like wow, he's already that old already. And they finally, it's like they jumped a couple of years. Like he's already a veteran here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit jarring to get to see that, considering it's supposed to be a young James Bond.
Well, he's not that young anymore, also, because I was thinking that already. When Brosnan took the role, he was already in his 40s. You know, and now Craig is already there.
True.
You know, I mean, how much longer can Daniel Craig stay as Bond too?
I think he's got like, from what I hear, he's got a deal for maybe 2 or 3.
I hope he stays at it because he's really good at it. I mean, I did not want Daniel Craig to be Bond back in Casino Royale. I was not a fan because I was, I'm a Connery guy. I've always been a Connery guy, and I like Brosnan a lot. For me, those were the top 2, but Craig made it his own.
Yeah,
and it's kind of tough to see anybody else taking it from him right now.
Exactly.
Because it's like my brother himself said it yesterday. He said they made James Bond an action star, a real action star, somebody who would be engaged in these stunts that guys like Roger Moore or Timothy Dalton wouldn't be doing, or Pierce Brosnan. But he does all the rough stuff. I mean, crashing of that bike, dude.
Yeah. That's what I love about this guy. He's a stone cold killer. I think that's what James Bond should be.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, yeah, he's still got the charm. I mean, he's not, a move. Yeah, he's not like a photogenic action movie star. But for me, he's a thug.
Yeah.
He's a kick-ass thug.
Which is what Connery was.
Right.
Connery was just this truck driver that they discovered, and said, yeah, we can dress him up. Yeah, he can play it off.
Yeah.
And he turned into this guy who moved like a panther. And Craig has that. Craig has that roughness about him.
Yeah.
But of course, one of my favorite parts in the film, since we're already spoiling stuff, is when they bring back the Aston Martin DB5. Because when they bring back the old car from Goldfinger, shit hits the fan, man. I mean, when it opened up, Gabby and I were like, oh dude! And I couldn't stop smiling because it really was that DB5. And it's like, kumakalampag.
You even mentioned it.
I was like, that's not really comfortable, is it? So because Goldfinger I think it's the definitive Bond film. It has everything from the hot girls to the evil villain or in Goldfinger, the evil henchman in Oddjob, that theme.